I do wish that, sometimes I think there's like a billion subgenres nowadays, and to me, like, it kind of sucks, just because I feel like it makes people feel like they have to be a certain way, and then also fans that maybe they can only like a specific kind of subgenre. And I look at things, and a lot of people give rap and country a lot of shit, but those industries are thriving because if you look, they're all collaborating, they're all like supporting each other. I mean, there's always going to be some of those, like, whether they're real or not, those beefs, but for the most part, they understand that their genre of music and what they love doing will flourish if they support each other. Mm-hmm. And that's something that I know, speaking for Craig and I, even it's something the more we tour, the more we understand that it's not every man for himself. It is something where Craig's taken us out, and he didn't have to do that. And then when we got the opportunity, Escape the Fate was off tour, we were like, dude, let's take out Dead Rabbits. Like, and Alex from Dead Rabbits, I played in Greeley with him, and it's just, everyone's all connected, and it's just one of those things that I know Craig, and I know my mentality is like, we want to help be those people who show that no matter what's gone on or what, rumors or old past feelings, like, life's too short. You just got to move on. I know, like, going even deeper, like, I'm sure a lot of people watching this probably want to know the early stages of all of the little switches, going on. So this is the first time we've sat and talked about it, really, like, especially like with a camera in front of us.
Yeah.
So I want to know.
I've always been. I remember when I originally left Bless the Fall, right before I was in Phoenix and put together the Word Live. A lot of people were giving Bo crap. And I remember going on MySpace, was still the website at the time.
Post those bulletins.
I remember going on MySpace and leaving comments like, hey, come on, support him. Like, I'm not here to pick sides. Even though I was going through that at the time for being the new singer of Escape the Fate, I didn't want, him to go through what I was going through. And so when that weird transition between Escape the Fate and forming the Word Alive happened, and when the Word Alive replaced me, obviously I was pissed off at the very, very first, but very shortly after, it was like, you know what? Like, I wanted to start this band with you guys specifically, and the two guys that are still with them is Zach and Tony P, were the two main guys I wanted to work with. And I wanted to work with them because they had been in the local scene just like Telle, just like me, and everybody else, and I know they wanted to play music. And since I had like a little name going for myself from Bless the Fall, I was like, let's do a band together and let's go out there. They got a record deal offer for it and picked Telle up and just went for it, and I'm very, very proud of them. But like you were saying, life's way too short to care too much about it for too long.
Yeah, I know. It was one of those, weird things where it was kind of a, MySpace was a big thing, and it was like where the social media wasn't where it is now. I feel like it would have been exploding if something like that had happened.
Do you think?
Today. More so,
For some
only
reason,
because
I feel
everyone
like
has an
social
opinion
media
now.
was better back then.
Better and more positive and more accepting, I think. It spread things in a good way, I think, for bands. Honestly,
I will
like
honestly
it helped
admit it, I miss
so
MySpace.
many bands. I think now, like, you look at Twitter and Instagram, it's like, and even Facebook.
Well, MySpace was
like,
Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook all on one page.
Yeah.
Pretty much, you had your comment section, which was your Twitter, you had your photo section, which was your Instagram, and then you had your player, the link to all the personal band members' profiles.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. I don't know why that's not big anymore.
It is kind of a weird thing. I honestly just think it was one of those things that it just, even like our friends at Hot Topic, sometimes things just can get a little bit of a negative connotation, and people lose sight of the fact that it's like these entities are what help music, and it's like these are people who might not be playing music physically, but they're supporting us all getting starts in our careers and flourishing. And I do wonder what what happened now, because I feel like YouTube wasn't big at all. This was 6 years ago now, or a little over 6 years, 6.5 years.
That was a long time ago.
And it's like, now a band might have more negative comments than positive, where that was never a thing when we first started. Like, even going through transitions, I mean, I think Escape the Fate, you and Ronnie had a little bit of the crazier side of fan opinions, but I think that was one of the first ones.
With and it's weird because all four of us are intertwined just because of the bands. I think the difference between the me and Ronnie thing when it comes to me and you or me and Bo is the fact that you guys were able to go out there and perform music while he was just locked up and stewing. You know what I mean? And stuck, and all he could do was just say stuff. But and that was a great thing to do for the fans too. The Bury the Hatchet tour that Escape the Fate and Falling in Reverse did, and it was great to see him again. It was great to put it all in the past. And again, I've said the term before, very big breath of fresh air, because that was a huge weight off my shoulders.
Yeah, I wondered what people were going to talk about after that happened, because it was like, well, fuck, now what are we going to complain about?
What are we going to talk about now?
Yeah, so...
And they still talk about the same thing, because why not?
Yeah.
People still do this. I mean, how long ago? I didn't even do a record with the word live. Let's say that. People still to this day will talk about that.
Yeah,
weren't you in the word live first? Yeah, for some demos, man. that was literally about it.
Well, the funny thing about it for me, I mean, I obviously get a lot of the brunt of the questions on tour being directly in the word live, but a lot of people are confused about who was in the band at what point, and even some people think there's 3 singers that have been in the word alive. Some people think there's Craig, then Tyler, then Telle. And I can't tell you how many times someone has come up to me and been like, dude, you're way better than that Tyler kid who was on the Empire. And I'm like, I mean, you're basically just telling me that I got better, which cool, but my name is Tyler.
Yeah.
And then some people are like,
no, dude, Tyler's next. And
it's just so funny, and I do think that it's a weird thing, being the singers who there's a lot of focus on, but I joined the Word Alive because just the same reason you put Zach and Tony together.
Trying to do music, trying to do what we love to do.
And I always thought, I heard about Calling of Sirens. That's Tony and Zach's old band. That's probably the reason Craig picked them up. It's the reason that I, was drawn to them in the first place.
Calling of Sirens CD release show. I played just an acoustic set with Alex at that show, and then shortly after, they ended up splitting up. And I was like, yo, let's put a band together.
Yeah, and I played in Greeley with Calling of Sirens, and I was like, man, these guitar players can fucking play.
Yeah.
And
Tyler and Telle, 2 different people.
Dude,
this tour never fails. I guess it's kind of a good thing. Everybody thinks I'm here just to support the Word Alive. Because every day people come up to me and say, "What are you doing here? What are you doing at the show? Is Escape the Fate in town?" And I'm like, "No."
Yeah, dude, he's just been flying to every city just to hang out with his bros.
Playing with Dead Rabbits, new project I've been doing that I've been posted about.
And that's a thing too. For us, when we were trying to put together a tour, and we're trying to think of something that would be fun for our fans, but also it's just I think obviously once you left the Word Alive and you've been in Blessed Fall, and Escape the Fate had a different sound. So I think for the last several years, there is just some of that division of fans who are wanting a specific style of vocal from you that maybe you lend more to one side.
It was the style that I had always been looking to do ever since I was in Bless the Fall. Still in Escape the Fate, not quitting Escape the Fate.
Yeah.
I guess the difference you could put it is instead of solos, there's breakdowns. So, and I love doing that. I love doing the heavy and the smaller venues, and the walls are sweating, and I really, really miss that. And anytime I have too much time off, that's why I'm out here doing this.
Yeah, we just wanted people also to see that not only are we friends, but like we've continued to go on and you know, be successful and
It's like when Under Oath used to take out Maylene.
yeah,
I loved seeing that.
Yeah, exactly.
And
It's
those
like,
shows were so fun to watch.
and some people are confused and they're like, I mean, does this mean you guys are cool now? It's like, dude, we've been cool for, with the exception of a couple months.
I agreed to do the tour because I hate it.